Hi guys, it's Kara from iStampin.com. Thanks for joining me today. I'm so excited to show you this card here. This is using a brand new stamp set that will be in our annual catalog, which is coming out June 1st. It's called Detailed with Love, and you can see all of the fun little sentiments and some fun little details that you can do on the corners of your card. And then I used this oval one. I just thought that was so cute. But I wanted to show you the card that I made, and I am using the Naturally Eclectic Designer Series paper. This is going to be retiring here at the end of this month, or while supplies last, I guess I should say. But let me show you how to make this card, and I really think that you're going to like it. And I'm actually also debuting my Stamparatus. That's how I stamped this solid image. So we can go ahead and do that first. So if you haven't seen our Stamparatus, this is our new stamp positioning tool. It will be in our annual catalog, so you'll be able to start ordering it June 1st. And I already have my stamp mounted onto the lid. So it does come with two lids. So one lid fits here and one lid fits on the right side, or whichever side you put it on. And then you just remove the lid just by pulling straight up. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and ink the stamp. And I just have this green piece of cardstock there because sometimes you do need just a little extra height on the cardstock. So I went ahead and just did that. And because it is a solid image, it's definitely going to need to be inked up at least 2 times, if not 3. And that's the great thing about this tool, is that I can ink it right up and not worry about my cardstock. I have my magnet right there, so my cardstock is going to stay in one place. And then I'm just going to ink this up again. And you'll have to excuse my my blue hands. All right, that looks good. So that was just 2 times I had to ink that up. So let's go ahead. I'm just going to put this off to the side. Now let's go ahead and let that ink dry, but when it is dry, what you want to do is pull out your layering oval framelits as well as your stitched shape framelits. For the layering ovals, just find the oval that coordinates with this shape and go ahead and die cut that out on your Big Shot. At the same time, you will want to die cut a stitched oval in our Berry Burst cardstock, and I think I used the, used the second largest. So there you go. So I already have this die cut just to save time, and now I will just layer those 2 together. Just using dry adhesive. For the card base, I am using our note cards and envelopes. This is a 3.5 by 5 card. They come pre-cut and scored for us, which is really nice. This is in Whisper White. We also have it in Very Vanilla. And then I've cut a piece of the Naturally Eclectic Designer Series paper. So this is just a 1/4 inch smaller. So this is 3 1/4 by 4 3/4. And we will attach that with our tape runner. Just on the front of the card, just making sure all the borders are even. And then what I've done here, I don't know if you noticed this, I made 2 little borders with Emerald Envy, which is one of our in colors that is retiring, along with Pool Party. So Pool Party is a color that's sticking around in the color revamp. So what you'll want to do is just find 2 scrap pieces of your cardstock. And with the Emerald Envy, I'm going to use our Ticket Tear Border Punch. This is also retiring. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this in here, slide it in all the way, and then what I like to do is turn it over upside down so that I can see I can't quite figure out how to work it otherwise. So I'm just going to do this, and you really don't need too much of it. You don't have to go all the way, but I'll do that just for, so you just, when you turn it over upside down, just line it up. Let me go this way since I'm left-handed. So just line up the paper and then punch. There we go. And like I said, we don't need all of this, but I just wanted to demonstrate that for you. I'm going to use my little tabletop trimmer, and I'm going to trim this down fairly thin. I don't want it to be very wide. Whoops. Okay. And then I'm just going to cut it off where the edge will look clean. So I want it about, maybe about like 2.5 inches long. That may be too long. We can clean that up. And then again, with my little tabletop trimmer, I'm just gonna cut this down about 1/2 inch, I guess, maybe a little less. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my scissors and I'm just gonna rub the edge at an angle on the sides of the cardstock to give it a distressed look. Now you will have fibers flying around, so if you're allergic, you may want to either skip this step or, you know, wear a mask or something, or just do this quickly. So the more the distress, the better. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to crinkle it up. This is just going to give the card just some added texture. I just kind of felt like with this watercolor background that it just needed something a little bit. So this is all just eyeballing. I'm going to cut off at an angle on both sides. And it's going to go about the bottom portion of the card. And then cut off just a little bit here. There, that looks good. And I'm just going to go ahead and adhere that with my tape runner. And I'm going to have it hanging off the Designer Series paper just a little bit. Just make sure it's straight. Okay. And then let's look at this. We may need to cut this down just a little bit. Nope, that's not too bad. And I'm going to have that layer on the bottom part of the pool party. So I'm just going to put a little bit of dry adhesive on here, tape runner. Okay. And that's just going to go right there. I have it hanging off a little bit on the left side. So there we go, that looks good. And then the next thing I'm going to do is pop my sentiment up on Dimensionals, and then I'm going to use our gold metallic thread and do a little nesting technique. Okay, and then here's my gold metallic thread, and I just unroll it until I feel like I have enough, so I definitely get plenty. And then what I like to do is just wrap it around my Night of Navy stained hands. They're really stained. And then just slide it off. And then I just kind of mush that. Whoops, let's try that again. Okay, round and around we go. Okay, there we go, that's better. Okay, and then we're just gonna attach it right there. And there we have it. So just a really fun, colorful, very colorful card using the Naturally Eclectic Designer Series paper. Like I said, that is retiring, along with our brand new stamp set, Detailed with Love, that you'll be able to order starting next month. All right, guys, well, I hope you liked today's video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you head on over to istampin.com where you can see more details about the products and be able to shop online. Make sure that you are using my May host code so that you can earn a free gift. And if you have any questions, just feel free to comment below. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Bye.